Every character is you, only with certain things accentuated. Larry Prime, alternate Larry, Larry version 2.0, or uh, Larry McI versus Larry McGinnis, or, yeah, right. So I remind you that Seinfeld was a story um, written, conceived by Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David, in which a character, Jerry Seinfeld, who happens to be a New York City comedian, is creating a world where he provides a weekly serial installation of the next show about nothing. And the first episodes are episodes in which the actor Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, he's not an actor, he plays himself on stage too. Watch his stuff. Watch the movie Comedian. Comedian is a great movie of meta levels about the concept of fame and comedy and wanting, striving. And the first episodes of the TV show Seinfeld are episodes in which Jerry Seinfeld, the New York City comedian, is playing the part of Jerry Seinfeld, a New York City comedian who is pitching a TV show about nothing to a network so that they can decide to produce a TV show about nothing featuring Jerry Seinfeld, the New York City comedian, played by Jerry Seinfeld, the New York City comedian. Nice, huh? He now I've heard he's like himself. He's not an actor. He's just like himself on stage. However, it's a carefully orchestrated thing. One of my close friend's older brother, was the producer creator of the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond. His name's Phil Rosenthal. Phil worked with Ray Romano to script the story of Ray's life based on the characters that he has encountered in his life and the accentuated combination of Ray's family and Phil's family when they were growing up. Those aren't Ray's parents, those are a blend of Ray's and Phil's parents. I can tell you numerous stories in which I integrate my situation, my situations with my friends' situations. Did I send you the art versus medicine monologue? I have much better pardon me. I have much bigger, I have much better, bigger. I have a big one. It's a large dog breed coffee, but you betcha. That's the whole premise, isn't it? Area American Troll. I have better versions of that. But I did choose certain things and accentuated them, and I made some of that shit up. I say in the thing, I can hear my mom in the background, where's your brains? Do you even have any? I was backstage at a kids show we were doing in an elementary school, and we were in the cafetorium, and it was early in the morning because the first show is at, I don't know, 8:30 or something like that, and it was fucking early in Rochester, New York, and they were cleaning up out in the cafeteria area while we were warming up and getting set up behind the screen on behind the curtains on the stage that's in that same room. And I heard the the breakfast attendant getting those little kids out of the room so that they could clean up, and one of them said, "Okay, everyone in a line. Okay, you're going. We're going. We're going. We're moving. We're moving. Keep going. Hey, Jimmy, what did you do? What is that? Where's your brains? Do you even have any?" And I heard that, and I looked over at one of my compadres on stage and said, "Did I hear that right? That's fucking awesome." I took it and I included it. I put it in the voice of my mother in the background on the phone conversation with that I was having with my father, which were always heated. And of course, by the way, that art versus medicine monologue is dead on balls accurate, except the two roles are reversed. Same exact thing. I just took it and I turned it into a satire of my own situation, and it accentuates the power of art and creativity by reversing the stereotype of the rich artist versus the fringy poor doctor. Um, what else? Zoo story. Compelling, powerful notions driven or informed by characters who are deliberate, direct, and opposed to each other, and are thrown together in a mix that turns out with a surprising and fascinating ending. Um, Not the least of which is that I think that the drama of the final scene, where Jerry makes his new friend defend his bench, is just fucking brilliant. The shock and the balls of that do not need to be yelled. It can be very understated. So, what did you hear at the end of that? In the panic of Peter and the threat of Jerry, and then Jerry's last stuff as he's talking. Go home, your cats are setting the table, right? These things. I just wanted you to, I wanted you to get out of your own way. And I think that's good. So, delightful surprise. I'm not giving you a monologue. You're going to write a monologue. You're going to write a story. It's a real story. You can shift whatever facts. It doesn't have to be long. It's not your origin story. It's one of the link hooks to some seminal moment in your life. Some absurd situation in your life where you saw something going one way and you were wrong. It went completely the opposite direction. It fucked up. I'll give you a simple example. I remember when I was little, I was drinking a glass of water, and there was the embossed name of the company written in a circular pattern on the bottom of the glass. And I was drinking, and I could see it straight through, but it was backwards, and I couldn't quite make out what it was. And I was so engrossed in figuring out what it was that I said, "Oh, yeah." I turned it over. And when I looked down at my wet shoe, I thought, "Oh, yeah." Of course, that was going to happen. If I turn a water glass over, I will get my shoe wet. But I was so engrossed in something else. Some important thing. It doesn't have to be the thing. Don't choose the thing. Did I already give you the videos about the brainstorming session? Banish the inner censor, get out of your own way, make a big garbage pile of ideas, then bring them back in and parse the stuff and sort through and sift and figure out what's an interesting thing, what might be an absurdist viewpoint, what might be an interesting integral component that wasn't really there, but who the fuck cares? So you put it in there because it ramps the thing up, it makes it bigger. And then you're going to have this short little monologue. You're building it and you're memorizing it today. And tomorrow you will practice shooting it in a couple different ways. You can use your two different personas. You can figure out how to enter and exit. You do the storytelling. Okay, that's the storytelling skill set. Have I given you that yet? Great. Long video. Sorry. That's your value-added bonus for the day, Mr. Mookie Blaylock.